Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had those DJJ and CYA individuals that got shit canned from their job and forced to work in a California state prison, smash that subscribe button. Go and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the following patrons: Alejandro, Trailero760, El Skid, Nathan, Hobie Cat, Mika Boy, Lead with Love, Charles, Albert 12, Soulstar LA, AI Vega, Esquiel, Miguel, Big Bad 48, JT, Nova, Jack, Linda, Michigan Wolverines, Marius, Chevelle 66, Gigi, Daus Herrero, and let's not forget our two abuelitas that warm our hearts, Abuelita's Journey and Abuelita's Irma. As you can see, you are definitely missing out if you have not joined that Patreon. In order to do that, you got to hit that link in the description below. You are definitely missing out. This episode right here, man, just like I stated in the intro, DJJ, Division of Juvenile Justice. I had to look that up, right? Didn't know what it stood for. I knew who they were, didn't know what it stood for. Before I kick it off, we got to take a trip down memory lane. So, on July 1st of this year, of this month, 2023, California closed down all DJJ facilities, juveniles. I never worked there. From what I gather, it's like the little prison for the juveniles, the little young delinquents, right, out there breaking the law. They're not old enough to reach prison, so they go there, or they used to go there. Now they don't. Oh, man. If you guys are from out of California, you guys are just like, man, you guys are jacked up over there. Man, Gruesome Newsom's doing a number on your state. Yeah. Well, the weather's nice. The weather's nice, right? Man. So, Hector, what happened to those employees? It's a good damn question. Those employees got their hand forced to go work inside a California prison. But wait, there's more. Depending on their seniority in or their rank in the DJJ, they're gonna hit the California prisons as a supervisor, a sergeant, or a lieutenant. So here's the memory lane part. Have you ever seen this shit before, Hector? Have you ever seen this in your 16-year career as an officer, sergeant, and lieutenant? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have. A couple times. When I was in the academy, Stockton, level 4 academy. Man, there was a juvenile prison right next door, actually, on that one. This was 2006. While we were cadets in the academy, there was people coming through, and we were catching wind. We're brand spanking new. We don't know what Jack is, right? So the MTAs, I don't even know what they were called, man. Medical technician assistants, the MTAs. So back in the day, before my times, you had, I think they were sworn peace officers, but they were like nurses. Don't jam me up on the titles or whatnot. Just imagine like a nurse with a peace officer status, right? Inmates get stabbed on the yard. They go do what they do. I don't know. I wasn't there at that time. What I was there for is when these MTAs, they got rid of them. The state of California got rid of them. Said, hey, we're no longer going to have the MTA rank. You have two choices. You can get the hell out, or you can become police officers. You can become peace officers. They were going, our academy was 16 weeks. They had like a little fast track one. I don't know if it was like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So in essence, they were already working in prisons. Now they got to go to this academy to become like correctional peace officers. I know, man, I know it's hard to track, but understand what I'm trying to tell you here. Did some of those go to the prisons as sergeants and lieutenants? Yeah. And I know this because when I got to Centinela, Charlie Yard, level 4 GP, actually it was not level 4 yet. It was not level 4 yet. It was level 3 at the time. And the gym was packed, right, of Sureños and Paisas. I told you this. They kept beating up every other race. They were the only ones in there. Just me and my partner and the gunner. There was like a female older lady. She was a sergeant, and she wasn't a bad sergeant. She was just a nice lady. I'm brand spanking new. I see chevrons. I'm coming from the military. I'm like, oh yes, Sarge, roger that, Sarge. Yep, got you. Copy that. She wasn't, but Centinela was a structured prison. People didn't lose their minds. So that worked in essence. That's the MTAs. That's the first time I saw something like that in 2006. A classification, poof. People are out of jobs. You're going to be forced to work in a California prison. Boom. As a sergeant or lieutenant, listen to what I'm telling you. As a supervisor. Well, the next time you see it, Hector, quit bullshitting. 2009. 2009 was a bad freaking time in the department. Our boy Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor at the time, hit us with a 15% pay cut furlough across the board, man. Bam! Oh, people were selling their houses, their cars, their SUVs, their ATVs, their wives, their boats, all on the bulletin board at the cafeteria. People were hurting. I think some people became compromised and corrupt because the inmates knew that were hurting with a 15% pay cut, so they were just throwing that line out there. Hey guys, we know you're hurting right now. You guys want to supplement your pay? Just stick these cell phones up your ass and bring them to us. All right, the big homie in the back needs some. No, thank you. No, thank you very much. But they did a whole AB 109 realignment. It was the furloughs. They did pink slips to the brand new officers. I had 3 years in, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 4 years. It could have been 2010, 09, 010. Hey man, oh my God. Brand new cops were getting shipped off from Centinela to High Desert State Prison, Pelican Bay State Prison. Man, those big old white honkies in Pelican Bay told one of my friends who happens to be Mexican, why don't you go back down south, boy? Ooh, I was like, what the hell you mean by that? Like Centinela or like a little more down south, right? Where my people come from. Here we go. I'm telling you, it was wild with it. Traumatizing. So the parole agents got hit too. You have to understand all this shit is under the umbrella of CDCR. California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. You had the freaking, you had Youth Authority under, the DJJ under, you had parole, DAPO, Division of Adult Parole, whatever. I'm not good with these acronyms, man. Your boy was a prison guard. And those parole agents were asked out of a freaking job, right? And mind you, think of every county in the state, down from Imperial County in down south, all the way up to like Humboldt County or whatever county is up there, where Pelican Bay and every other freaking county. Susanville County, there is one. I like that, Susanville County. But they kicked those parole agents to the prisons, right? The prison is a big house. That's a fucking big house right there, man. It ain't your county jail. It ain't your juvenile detention center. It ain't parole. It's the motherfucking big house, right? Yes, so. So with that being said, man, I'm going to tell you guys a story. This is going somewhere. We got a parole agent as an officer, right? Some of these dudes came as sergeants or lieutenants. Came as an officer. Maybe some of them probably had worked in a prison prior, and then some haven't, because you could have been some other type of job and lateraled over to parole. So weird with it. C6, ASU, ADSEG, Centinela State Prison, the back as they call it. That's the jail inside of the prison. You had a good sergeant back there. Like I said, a lot of the supervisors, like freaking 99.9% of them were great. And he's a good sergeant, man. Well, this officer, I think I remember his name too. He was a parole agent. Now he's working at the prison. So all of us are like, look, we're like speculative. Speculative a word? We're like skeptical. We're skeptical. Like who are these people? What are these people here? Why are they in our house? Right? The inmates were like, motherfucker, this ain't your house. It's our house. But yeah, why is they in our house? I don't know, cuzzo. But We don't like it. It's not that we don't like it. It's just not the norm, right? Not the norm. Again, I'm going somewhere with this. Contraband surveillance watch, potty watch, C6. Well, let me tell you, when I first started, for you guys that don't know, potty watch is if you're working visiting, is an example. You see an inmate get a balloon and swallow the balloon. Clearly that's dope. Hey man, we caught you red-handed. We're going to tape up your arms. We're going to tape up your legs. We're going to put you in a waist restraints, and we're going to put a jumpsuit forward on you and a jumpsuit backward on you. Because whatever you have in your stomach, your belly, we're getting that, right? You best believe we're going to get that. It can be a kite, a little note. It can be contraband, a weapon. We know you have something. It's inside of your body. We're getting it back in 72 hours. They go for 72 hours or 3 poops. Trying to think of the medical term, man. It's early. Bear with me. That's what the fuck. I haven't had my chanate. Son of a bitch. Man, don't trip. Oh, I gotta dig deep up in this motherfucker, right? Not that deep, but deep. Here we go. Now, I realize, well, I'm a little off right now. Haven't had my chanate. So, when I first started, contraband surveillance watch, you just post it up, man. The inmate is in a cell. The toilet is taped off with saran wrap and tape. Motherfucker can't flush it. It was an easy job, man. You can go there and sleep for 6 hours in the chair, wake up, oh, time to go home. Okay, cool. You can read the Imperial Valley Press, a newspaper. You can read magazines. There was a little cart. The little cart had man, I called them popsicle sticks. And somebody's like, it's a tongue depressor. Whatever the fuck. That little wooden popsicle stick. There's some of those. There's, because you got to go through the poop. You got to go through the poop and retrieve it. There's gloves. There's toilet paper for when the inmate's done taking a poop. He wipes his butt. Well, it was so easy at that time, man. You just posted, chilled, they weren't even tripping. Well, there was like 4 different post orders. Meaning there was like a manual, like 4 binders telling you different directions on what you do. There's only supposed to be 1, right? This was at that time. Probably 09-ish. Like I said, all this shit was happening in 09, 010. Well, the inmate I think this is what happened. The inmate took out the bindle and swallowed it again. So he pooped out the bindle, swallowed it. It busted in his stomach. Now you're having an overdose, a serious emergency, because now there's open dope in the inmate's stomach, right? Go rush him to the hospital. Wow, now an investigation. Well, that cool sergeant was the sergeant of C6. That one officer that came from parole was involved. They gaffled up like 10 cops. It was bad, man, what happened. Bad investigation. Kind of dumb with it, too. Well, there was a warden at the time, female type. Rhymes with Ramey Filler. She may or may not be in headquarters right now. She had everybody go get the post orders, come back, revise them, and backdate them. Meaning, like, they're about to get these cops in a wreck, and this is unethical. Right. Luckily, one of the sergeants made copies of all 4 original post orders. He had the wits to do so, which would save him in court later on, literally. Well, when it came down to it, and they went under OIA investigation, that one officer, it was determined like, hey, did you or did you not strip out this inmate when you first started your shift? Right? Because that may or may not have been the policy at the time. Like I said, I don't remember. It was either the sergeant said he did, the officer said he didn't. Either way, man, whatever that officer said, whatever he wrote on his report, he ended up changing his story mid OIA investigation, which is a sure way to get yourself fired. Take notes. 100% way to get yourself fired, especially then. Now, if you write a report and you submit that report and you're getting interviewed by OIA a year down the line and you say something different than what happened on that damn report, you're fucked. And in this case, he got the sergeant fired and he got himself fired. So everybody was like, oh, this fucking dude. Boo! Culero, te la verga! Boo! Go back to where you came from, mandilon! Right? Everybody was not digging it. we never did see that one officer again. That sergeant did get his job back a year back later, but he was never the same, man. You can tell, like, hey, you give your officer so much trust, and then they go and they do that, but he wasn't one of ours. That motherfucker came from parole, right? Okay, now here's the whole point. July 1st, they closed down DJJ. They're running academies right now up north for the supervisors. Shout out to you guys, right? Shout out. This is a big deal. It's a big deal, man. They think about everything that's happening. Where are they going to put the inmates or these youngsters when they commit a crime? I don't know. Maybe they can answer it. Maybe they can tell me. Tap in. Imagine one day you wake up and you're like, oh, you don't work here no more, Bill. This office don't even exist. The hell? Well, you have two choices. You can go to Pelican Bay as a sergeant, or you can go to CSP SAC as a sergeant. Oh, fuck. Man, okay. Right? They got families. They got to feed them. So that's what's happening right now, current times. I swear, man, if CDCR continues with their buffoonery, I'll never, ever run out of material to tell you guys. So what lessons do you have for these individuals? Males, females, whatever you want. Anything in between. It's 2023. Well, this is what I'm going to say to help ease their transition. And keep it real. You are more than likely not going to be welcomed with open arms at the prison that you're going to. Period. Why is that, Hector? Couple reasons. Number one, you're viewed as that outsider. That's number one. Number two, you got guys like me that remember stories like that other dude that got the good, cool sergeant fired, and it's like, oh, fuck, I remember this when this happened before, right? That's number two. Number three is like, hey, these people are coming in as sergeants and lieutenants. I'm not knocking that. Whatever. This is what they at the top decided. They accrued seniority in the time where they were at, so this is what they get. Reparations or accommodations, whatever you want to call it. What you have, like, officers that have been interviewing for sergeant, and they're not going to get picked because one of you guys are going to take the spot. Like I said, I'm not knocking it. That's cool. Kudos to you. Whatever. I'm just putting you up on game. Then you have the sergeants that have been grinding their ass off, sucking dick in the ATM office. Nah, just kidding. I got to take that joke back. My homie texted me. He said he hates me now. I shouldn't be joking like that. Yeah. He's not. He's a good guy, man. So you got these guys that were really he is a good guy. But you have these guys that want to promote to lieutenant. Hey, you just took a vacancy. You just took a spot, right? So that's why you're going to be viewed the way you're going to be viewed upon. So what the hell is your advice, Hector? You just damn broke our heart. No, I didn't. This is the message for today. Whenever you're new somewhere, anywhere, man, you become the fucking manager of McDonald's tomorrow. You do not go in there like these idiots that I have seen, buffoons at the top, waving your you-know-what around, thinking you're a hot shot, thinking you're a somebody, thinking you know it all, because clearly, you don't. You don't, right? I don't care what previous experience anybody has. I was a fucking combat veteran, right? Iraq. I worked at Centinela State Prison 8 years. When I got to sergeant, your boy shut his damn mouth, opened his ears, and opened his eyes. I'm not a dummy. Man, this is like leadership 101. Right? You look around, you see who is who, what is what, right? Oh, okay. You ask questions. Hey, man, why is that like that? Oh, this is why, Sarge. Right? They were apprehensive of me for a long time. One of my good friends gave me a thumbs down when I first got to RJD. I have yet to tell that story. Motherfucker gave me a thumbs down. Because he had not seen me in action yet. When he seen me in action, that thumb down went just 2 thumbs up like Hulk Hogan in a Royal Rumble match. So, yeah, man, you just fucking show up, shut up, look around. Are you going to have duties and responsibilities? Yes, you're going to hit the ground running, right? There's no academy that's going to prepare you for what you're about to face. Ask your fucking cops. Your cops are your biggest, best resources. Talk to the inmates. Talk, but don't give up the house, right? Because the inmates see a new face. They're like, oh, hell yeah. Hey, can we get that bed moved, Sarge? Yeah, man, they be mistreating us over here, right? You look at the dude's fucking record, he's like just a nightmare, right, from hell. So, yeah, man, walk around. Yeah, walk around. Leave your damn office. Fuck, man. You know how many train wrecks I prevented just by being out there? You're accomplishing a lot of things, right? You're showing face. You're with the troops. You're out there where the inmates see you. If they got a problem, they come in and you chop it up with you. Hey, this is what I got going on. Cool. All right, let me see what I can do. Oh, yeah, I can fix that. Don't trip. That's an easy fix, right? Hector, why are you teaching these people basic communication skills? Because you would be surprised. Oh, you would be surprised. Oh, my goodness, you would be surprised. Yeah, man, I hope what I said made sense, man. Don't fucking... Oh, one thing, please, I'm going to save you. Don't you dare share a story about juvenile detention. Don't do it. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody cares. Oh, Hector, that's fucked up. I got beat up by 10 delinquents. When the time is right and everybody's hanging around, eating a spread, eating some fucking salt and pepper chicken wings, and somebody asks you, hey man, you ever see anything crazy? What was it like over there? There's a time and a place, right? Nobody likes it. When I was in the Army, we had a guy that was a former Marine. We had a couple, but this one particular. Oh, in the Marines we did it this way. Oh, in the Marines we did it that way. We would literally look at him and say, go back to the fucking Marines then. Fuck, this ain't the Marines. This is the Army, bro. Shit. He was a good guy, but you hear what I'm saying, right? Don't be that person. I think I've saved you a lot of heartache. I think I've saved you a lot, put you up on game. Hey, just hit the ground running, man. Be a good person. Be cautious. You've been watching my videos long enough to know who to trust and who not to trust, right? Don't trust anybody about the rank of lieutenant. They tell you to do something, I would do my research and see if that shit is policy or not, right? They threaten to put you under insubordination for not doing it. I would document that, right? And then do it. So it can fall, so you can do a paper trail. Emails, right? Again, don't flex your fucking rank. They're going to look at you like you don't have that rank coming. Don't bring up stories of DJJ. Ain't nobody give two fucks. And I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm telling you the truth. Listen, ask your officers. I don't know why some people think asking cops or asking inmates, let alone, is like, makes you less of a fucking person, like weak. Hey, motherfucker, tell me what the fuck is going on here so I don't get a fucking train wreck my way. Oh, we got you. Why do you guys think I was able to drink coffee and shop on Amazon all day long? Because they were running the show, right? I tell them, you need me, break the glass. Break the fucking glass, right? One more thing to help you guys out. Be careful on who you trust. You've already been in the department long enough to know. Don't talk about your personal finances. Don't talk about your relationships. Don't talk about your future plans. Don't say shit. Don't say nothing. Show up to work, endure the bullshit, and go home. Period. With that, keep pushing forward.